Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus, and this is the actual Butcher Circus. We are finally back with the normal background. It has been a very wild journey with all the with all the wacky backgrounds I've had over the past couple of weeks, but here we go again, and it doesn't feel dull, honestly. It's just more normal. It's just more of a normal thing that we have. And I'm also playing more of a normal team today as well. I'm playing with the Howlers from 135J-Man, my brother, and I have Uppercut and Caltrops on my Bounty Hunter, so I'm sacrificing the Mark for Death on him, and today we're playing against Drowley, which is playing a stress team, a pretty cool stress team. It's a weird Kalashnikov, so in the Kalashnikov you should usually focus on the Occultist, because he's a very strong character with his Fleshbound Grimoire and all his very scary abilities, so we're just gonna try to deal with that, take him out early and see what we can do. Of course, every single character is valuable here. That's kind of the point of the Kalashnikov comp, is that every character is kind of a threat, so even if you focus one of them down, all the other characters are just gonna demolish your team in the meantime, but that is what the Howlers is also very good at. It's demolishing your opponent's team. So we'll see if we can still take the W. Speaking of slams, that slam missed because I have 57 dodge. I'm very happy about that, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually drop a blackjack on that occultist just to make sure that he doesn't get to go for demon's pulls or an abyssal artillery when I wouldn't really like one, and we'll just probably drop an aimed shot, maybe get him down to 0 if I do hit, which is quite likely, and guarding here really does not help you, because there's so many ways I can deal with this guard. For a starter, he's still marked, so I can shoot through the mark with both my backliners, and even if the marker goes away, oh, that's actually kind of annoying. Even if the mark goes away, I would still be okay here. I have kind of an option. Either I click, and the question is, who do I want to maybe go for the crit with? I think I'm actually going to flare here. Like, it doesn't make much of a difference, let's be honest. I dodge and miss. You dodge the flare and you miss the flare. How do you miss the flare? Like, you have to throw it backwards to miss it. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm gonna take the crit with the Musketeer, so she's gonna get a little bit of a damage buff. Maybe it would have been smarter to get the crit with the Arbalist because she's in position 4, so she's not gonna get stunned. But I don't know. My opponent here just makes the executive decision to sacrifice their occultist, so I will accept your sacrifice, and that's already one character down out of 3, and not at a huge price, I shall say, because my opponent made a few weird decisions. For starters, Bolster doesn't really help you when you don't have any dodge, so that's already a weird one, while you should have been spamming Bella. Went for the slam, not on the Bounty Hunter, which was definitely a misplay. If you see the Howlers, you slam the Bounty Hunter if you have the option to, because that just disrupts both the backliners and puts him in a weird spot where he kind of wants to move forward, where he kind of needs to move forward, honestly, but you still don't want to do it, but you're kind of just forced to, so I mean, what can you do about it? What you can do is just be aggressive regardless, and just keep getting crits and hopefully get a one-shot here on this man-at-arms. It is a possibility. If I go with my Musketeer now, if I don't get stunned again or something, though I really don't think you should be stunning, that's another thing. My opponent went for a blackjack while they have a perfectly good Hound's Harry with Crimson Hook and Attack Whistle. Just look at the difference, right? Look at the freaking damage that was dealt there. Okay, if I get a crit here, it should still be a one-shot. Yeah, it is. It's just full HP down to 0. One of the tankiest characters in the Butcher Circus. Sure, he doesn't have any protection trinkets, but it wouldn't even make a difference because I applied the target whistle and I also have the mini ball. You really cannot go protection against Houndmaster Mark teams. It's just really not gonna work out. It's a lot of crits though, I might say. That's actually 2 crits on my opponent's side. Their crits are also very helpful to them. Should I go for the kill here, or should I mean, what else can I do? I could try to shoot the Abomination. I'm sure that'd be nice, but I'm gonna try to take a kill there, which I don't It's sad, but I do not, and I wonder if my opponent's gonna try to guard here. I think guarding would be a mistake, or if my opponent's gonna try to go for a final bellow, or maybe a final command. They're gonna go for a final bellow. They're gonna make use of that extra damage with the exotic snot, right? Yeah. How do they do so much? Oh, the carnival mask, right. I almost completely forgot about that. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I could risk it for the biscuit here with the caltrops. 65, I'd go into the pasta with a damage muff. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that would be too smart. Let's just take the kill here on that man-arm. So kind of a wasted Arbalest action if I'm gonna go for the finish him anyway, but if my opponent had gone for the guard, I probably would have needed an extra death blow res down. So another double crit. Holy, that's a lot of stress. I'm afflicted already. Look at this. Imagine if my opponent was doing that from round 1 and actually had a little bit of a better trinketing on their characters. Yeah, this would have been a really close match. I might still lose this. I might genuinely still lose this. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm stuck in a weird spot here because I want to mark and go for a shot, but if I mark the Houndmaster, what happens is that the Abomination just slams. If I mark... No, the Abomination just be-spiles, but if I mark the Abomination just slams. So I can't really go for either character, since both moves are honestly perfectly fine for my opponent, so I have to do a waiting action here, trying to reduce a little bit of stress, trying to get a little bit of minus stress, I can get myself a little bit of accuracy, just to hope that I don't miss, or, you know, that nothing too silly happens right now. Is it going to be the slam on the bounty hunter? I imagine it will be. After that, I'm definitely gonna mark and shoot the doggy. He doesn't have lick wounds on this doggy. I don't know why you'd have Hound's Rush on a doggy. Hound's Rush and the Blackjack, especially while you're in position 1. Doesn't really make too much sense to me, but... Well, what can I say? I can go for the target whistle now. Can't miss it, for sure. And I don't believe I can miss the sniper shot either, not with the extra accuracy, with the stabilizing tiller as well, yeah. 21 to 36, I don't even get a crit, and it's still a one-shot. Oh my god, and look, I think that these characters are strong, definitely. The Arbalest and the Musketeer are very strong. But are they broken? They are a little bit broken. This damage buff after getting a crit is just too much. I just feel like it's absolutely ridiculous. Not only do you just get lucky enough to one-shot a character, even if you don't one-shot them, or even if you kill the character and then you want to go for someone else, you don't even need to get the crit after, because you just have way more damage versus marked on the buff that actually lasts 2 rounds as well, so I can make use of it twice. It lasts 3 rounds, but the first round just goes away automatically. I think that here I'm gonna try to go for the Caltrops Death. It's a 50-50, it's gonna be helpful against the Abomination, and I do take the 50-50. So it is, as of round 4, very quick all the way up to round 4, a 1v4 here, and can the Abomination take it? Honestly, no. If it was a Crusader, like a very, very tanky Crusader with Pit Fighter's Helm, Rite of Execution, maybe he'd be able to take it. Or if my team was like way more stressed out, but the problem with the Abomination is that he doesn't actually have that many good moves for doing stress. If he's the last character alive, you know, the best thing he can hope for is like having Clash of the Beast and just doing stress with his melee moves and just trying to get death blows. That's literally the best thing he can hope for. But yeah, that's all my opponent has here. Now I'm about to do potentially a big misplay, but the Arbalest just says no misplay strap. But that's actually really good play, shooting the doggy there. So good job, Arbalest. That means that the Abomination is never going to position 2, and that means that he's never going to drop a V-Smile, because, you know, after the bleed from the Caltrops, the corpse is just gone, so now I can safely do bolas and buckshots and still keep him in that spot. Yeah, I did go masochistic on my Houndmaster, so maybe there's a chance. Gets a crit on the Musketeer. She's not quite dead. If that was a crit Zealot, she would essentially be dead here, but yeah, overall I'm okay. I am playing on the skin, on the mods, how do I put it? On the Hamlet that has the skin mods, so things are gonna look just a touch weird when my characters drop to Death Star. I don't know why that happens, honestly. It's kind of odd. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't happen. Maybe the Hamlet is just too old? I don't really know. I genuinely don't know. I could try dropping another ranging shot, but I'm just gonna go into position, go for the stun again, and then try to go for a finish him. I should do a good amount of damage, honestly, if I do get the stun this time. And I do get the stun. Yeah, even the Howlers, the Mark team that is famous for not having many stuns and not being a Mark stun team, still has that one stun to make your opponent's life miserable if you do need it. It's quite an accurate stun as well. It has 118 accuracy. The Monkey's Paw, usually very good at dealing with those pesky jesters. Is this enough damage? It is, just barely. No stun though, but right now it's only gonna be buckshot into bola into finish him, and yeah, there's no way my opponent wins this. That delays things, but there's still no way my opponent wins this. I just have way too much way too much HP here on all my characters. I really doubt that will happen. It would be funny to see a comeback, but yeah, I don't imagine it will be happening. But we will go for a match number 2 and see if things go any differently with the Howlers. Alright, and here we go on to a match number 2, this time against Stoner Steve, and I'm mostly showing this match because it looks like they have quite the interesting setup. This looks like something straight out of base game, and considering they're like apprentice rank, I do believe it is possible it's straight out of base game, but it still looks reasonably well built. Apart from Pistol Shot sucks, but it looks like this person has knows a thing or two about the Circus works, has finished on the Grave Robber, has all the move forwards if the Vestal does get pulled, so it looks like they definitely have something going here. Now I'm gonna start off with a weird play, but you know, it's the Shepherd play. If I have a Bounty Hunter and I have Caltrops round 1, chances are I'm going to drop it. I just love it too much. The damage from the Caltrops is generally too good. Goes for the Pistol Shot, gets a crit 18. Could you imagine if it was an Arbalist, would have gotten a crit 26? Yeah, that's right. Much more likely to hit, much more likely to do everything well, but you know, yeah, just Pistol Shot things. It gets a crit and it still doesn't really hurt that much. Yeah, the Musketeer is fine, she's fine, don't worry about her. Well, one thing that isn't fine though is trying to go for a hit here. Maybe she goes Shadow Fate, but she is marked for 4 rounds, so I'm hoping that I'll still be able to light her up a little bit. This Vestal's healing is definitely gonna be annoying here, but hopefully it's not too annoying. I definitely just go for a self-heal right now. I do have the possibility of going for a guard, but we have to keep in mind that if I try going for a guard, there's always punctures, so it's a difficult team to play against. This is kind of like the oppressive Vestal, except instead of a Crusader there's a Grave Robber, which gives it more damage for sure, but it gives it less, way less sustainability and way less tankiness. So it's definitely a gamble, which I'm trying to win against by playing into their lack of healing. They only have 1 healing character, and they have very, very squishy characters. The backline is exceptionally tanky because of the Bloodstained Gambesons, but I'm hoping that it won't be enough. Just like that Impale is definitely not enough, but it puts the Grave Robber in the safe position, so, you know, kind of good for them. I'm thinking of actually going for a pull on this Hireman. It wouldn't be that silly. I also want to go Uppercut, but that's kind of my finisher character, so it's weird. I'm gonna go for the pull on the Hireman. I think it's genuinely a good idea here because he doesn't have PBS, all he has is Wicked Slice. And while Wicked Slice is a good ability, it doesn't target my Musketeer, so the Musketeer stays alive for a while longer, which is definitely what I want here, and that's also 2 characters marked. So I very much appreciate it. It's gonna be a Thrown Dagger. I'm just gonna heal myself again. This time I have even more healing received, and I'll give myself even more healing received after that. Come on, nice heal. Yeah, that's a very nice heal. Oh, crit 20. This is something else that's really good about the Howlers, is that you have an Arbalest Musketeer backline. You have very decent direct heals with these characters. They're just both really broken. And Judgment's definitely not cutting it right now. Yeah, absolutely not cutting it. Well, I think in that case, I could try going for a guard dog here just to... Yeah, you know what? It looks weird, but it's actually the play. Go for a guard dog here. Make sure that the bounty hunter doesn't get focused down, because he's definitely a squishy boy against abilities like Wicked Slice. And now, no, you can't hit position 3. Wicked Slice does not go that far. And now you have to either roll into the dodge, which is unlikely for you to hit, and even if you do hit, I have 15 prot because of the trinkets, so now is my turn to go on the offensive after the cantrip, so I'm just gonna try to shoot this grave robber. I would prefer focusing the vessel down and removing my opponent's heals, but doing this while the grave robber is such a squishy character is perfectly okay. Oh no, we heal for 22. Whatever shall I do? Well, yeah, no! 21! Oh! Seriously! 18 to 34, I roll for 21. Points my Arvel's crit and you need it, right? Yeah, I still have Caltrips though, I'm fine. Goes for the Piers. What's my healing receives right now? Oh, yeah, that's good. Come on. Come on, give me the big heals. Give me the big boy heals. 11, okay, sure, I'll take it. Was that a mineral then? 7, 11, 7 plus 50%. It would be 3.5, so that would round up to 11. Yeah, that was a mineral. That ended up healing for 11. 11 is still a good amount though. I doubt that Thrown Dagger does enough damage here. Of course, it gets a crit. I mean, why wouldn't it get a crit? Let's be honest. Why not? Why would it not get a crit? 88, thankfully it does land. The Diamond Axe Bounty Hunter goes for goes for the jump into the crit on that grave robber. How much damage does a jump crit do with Diamond Axe? I'm not sure. I prefer using the netherite tools, honestly. Well, let's change to netherite. Yeah, let's... Oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. Yeah, let's change to netherite. I think they actually added something new, but I don't see any new skins. I mean, what new skins would you add? There's copper armor now, right? Is there not? I'm not sure. I think they were thinking about adding copper armor, but then they never added it to Minecraft. So I'm not entirely sure. What I am sure of is that I want to stun this Highman. Though I probably should have stunned the Shieldbreaker instead. I don't know why I stunned the Highman. I was kind of running out of time and thinking too much about Minecraft, and kind of a misplay on my end, but it should still be okay here, I think. Unless they get to 25. They go for the pierce instead of the puncture. I have no idea why they do such a thing, but I'm just gonna go ahead and be aggressive here. I want to give my opponent a little bit of a chance, though honestly at this point it just gets very difficult because my team just has better trinkets, it's better optimized, and yeah, they didn't really manage to get a kill early. The team they have could definitely work, but it would need my opponent to get a kill just a little bit earlier than they did, and since they didn't, it's definitely going to be rough for them. I just go for the mark here, and even if they try healing or something, I can just shoot and then go for the finish. Please try preemptive healing, it will definitely work for you, trust. Definitely it will work. Well, just the sniper shot now into the finisher, and I'm gonna skip along to the end because I don't think this will last too much longer. Alright, and there we go, my opponent surrenders. In case you are wondering, their Ankh of Lives and their Bloodstained Gambasons definitely didn't work as intended. That extra little bit of death resistance is nice, but when finisher exists, yeah, it's just not gonna cut it. So let's go for match number 3. Alright, and here we go for a match number 3, this time against someone using what I think was one of my first teams in the Witcher Circus. If not the first one, it was the second team that I played. I just thought, oh, you know what, Leper is such a good character, let's bring him. I used to like not use Leper that much, but I knew he was like, oh, he's super OP because he's tanky, and all the characters I used were super tanky. I used like Crusader, Man-at-Arms, Vestal, like every single time I went exploring. I brought Highwayman because I thought, oh yeah, everyone says Highwayman were past OP. And then I brought Plague Doctor Vessel because my creativity was at an all-time low. And what I could do here would just be an asshole, and oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go for Pawn the Plague Doctor, and you know you have a surrender button, right? This is why people that come from base game into the Butcher Circus get shocked, because, well, I can actually pull specific characters with most teams, and already you're gonna have a terrible time. For a number of reasons. Reason number one, disruption. Reason number two, oh, I was hoping for a one-shot, but that's actually very far from a one-shot. Gets the mid-roll. Well, maybe there is a little bit of justice in this world, so my opponent might still be able to survive here. Though I will say their trinket choice is good. The Harriman has Rancid Cure-All, which is definitely weird, but it's not bad. The debuff resistance is helpful against Bellows, and I guess the Bleed and Blight Rest makes him definitely quite tanky. That's Crusader levels of resistances. And the Eerie Eye is gonna help him a little bit with the accuracy. It's a desync? They pass. I don't know, maybe something weird happened and they surrendered. They probably weren't able to pick, but it's funny that they had Eerie Eye when you could bring Vendetta to just bypass stealth, but I don't know. Let's go for a match number 4. Alright, and here we go, straight into a match number 4. This time we're playing against Fidel Nueve. It's funny that they have Nueve in their name, but it's an 8 and an 8, so Fidel 898, I don't know what that means, but they have oh god, Writ of Execution Crusader with no Zealous. What is this? Abomination with Jack Chopper and Ghost for Beast File. Oh my god, okay, I am immediately not sure of what I'm seeing. It's just all around wacky. I'm gonna go for a pull here. Having a Flagellant Crusader Abomination team is definitely based, I will say though. Having these 3 characters, because all 3 of them are frontline characters, so having all 3 of them technically makes you kind of win every single match, because you have all the best characters, because frontliners are the coolest guys, right? But is it really that good is my question. Probably not, because you're gonna get disrupted to oblivion, which is most definitely what I'm trying to do here, just disrupt my opponent to absolute oblivion. I will say though, if they go for their Crusader action right now and do something silly like, I don't know, try to go for a 50-50 stun and fail, I will most definitely mark the Crusader and try to take him out instead of the Antiquarian, because she still has a decent amount of dodge. Please don't. I have 57 dodge. Okay, at least there's a stun resistance. Jesus, 57 dodge is not enough. I have 2 dodge trinkets on here. Unbelievable, actually unbelievable, but I'm gonna go for the mark right now. Here's the funny thing, 25 prot literally doesn't matter when there's Target Whistle and Piercing Quarrel. You could have 50 prot, it still doesn't matter when there's Target Whistle and Piercing Quarrel. It's funny that they removed the mark on the Antiquarian and not on the Crusader. I don't know what the reasoning behind that was, but it seems to work out, because I'm probably not gonna get him down to 0 HP with 2 shots. Which is sad. It is very sad. It's not gonna be another suffer, or is it gonna be a regen? If it's a regen, they'd be really smart, but no, there's no regen in this world. Well, in that case, I'm gonna try going for a one-shot. Come on, Musketeer, don't let me down. Ooh, down, oh, down, don't let me down. Yeah, I remember that song out of nowhere. I just got copyright striked, by the way. Copy striked. Okay, Crusader down to 0 HP. Okay, we can go for Rally to the Flame, after which I'll shoot again. So this looks like kind of a repeat of the first match, which is just gonna be my opponent trying to do stress as I try to kill their characters. Wow! Goes for the Stunning Blow at this door, goes for the 50-50, obviously doesn't take it, because there's justice in this world. Freaking greediness! The absolute greediness to run Writ of Execution Crusader. When do you even get Writ of Execution? Isn't it like a 20 prestige trinket? I'd imagine you'd know to run a stun trinket with your stunning blows instead of this. I don't know, I have no idea. This final one's built up reasonably well with the bleed trinkets though, so that's gonna be annoying. I say reasonably well, but he doesn't have Exsanguinates, so I'm not entirely sure anymore. yeah, we'll see how that goes. I could go for a mark there, but deathful resistance, I'm just gonna go for a mark on the abomination. If you want to try, you know, just keep spamming beast spile, I'll likely still drop you down to 0 with 1 hit. I don't really mind, like, what, getting hit for 0 and 12 stress. Oh no, anyway, and yeah, he's on 0 HP. But no, he's gonna transform and go for the slam. Does he go for the bounty hunter? Oh, he's looking at him. He's looking at the bounty hunter. You have jagged chopper, you're probably gonna get the crit. You don't get the crit, but that's still a hell of a lot of damage. Doesn't get the push either. Honestly, that's really lucky that I got that push res. One thing that's not very lucky though is my damage rolls with Desirable. She's broken and not in a good way. She's just a toy that's kind of gone old and rusty. It just doesn't really feel quite as fun anymore. I don't know, she's not doing too well. I think that I'm gonna drop to Death's Door here though. There's no finisher, and you know, if she tries to go Festering Vapors, she will essentially not have a very good time. So I'll just go ahead and drop this. If she wants to go take cover, I can just drop an aimed shot and still go for the shot if I want to, though I probably don't want to do that. Big reason I'm doing this is that she's forced to go take cover, so the flat one can't use this action to do anything too important. I really doubt she goes Festering Vapors. If she does do that, I will try going for the kill, but no, she goes for the take cover. Their extra death resistance actually matters quite a bit. Means that my other characters can't really get death blows too reliably. Only the bounty hunter with the finisher can, and even then, you might still get unlucky. So it's definitely on the gamble side of things. Should I heal here? Or should I shoot twice? Shooting twice does sound nice, but then there's Redeem. I might genuinely lose this. I might genuinely lose this. Because I've been put in a bit of an awkward spot. Yeah, this happens a lot with the Howlers. It's like this marksman team. It's definitely a marksman team where it's kind of like a sniper, where it's very strong for sure, but if you get up close and personal with it and just throw it in the mud, like, it doesn't fight back that well. It has to be far away, it has to have the control in the match to just try and lead it to a position where it just wins always, but that's definitely easier said than done. I'm gonna go for the Marquee and I'm still gonna shoot the flash one. Even though he has Redeem, I can just shoot him twice and then kill him anyway, so I think this is perfectly okay. It also doesn't have Exsanguinate to go for counter pressure. I finally get a crit with the Howlers, so that's a one-shot right there. I love it. It's a 44 crit chance. You hope to get it round 1. Yeah, you do hope to get it round 1. Getting that crit round 1 is so freaking cool. But we didn't get it, but it's still okay, because my opponent is just the greediest person I've ever seen. Like, that is actually uncanny amounts of greed. Do not go for the confirmed heal with the Redeem and just go for the 65%. It's just unbelievable. Actually unbelievable that you do that. I'm gonna go for the finish him, and it's a 35 to get the kill. And, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was a bit nasty. Yeah, 35% kill, I do take it. And now, once the corpses go away, there's no more healing for you, so it's still gonna be a while, but the corpses will go away. So it will most definitely happen. And speaking of things that will happen, is me potentially dropping a mark here on someone. But I feel like getting just the damage on this abomination might genuinely be better here, so I'm just gonna go bullet number 1 and bullet number 2. And with the pulse damage versus mark that I have, I should be able to deal a decent amount of damage here, honestly. I'm gonna go for a blackjack because I want to act last with my musketeer. I want my extra damage. And now the buckshot should genuinely do a very good amount of damage. It should be doing like 8 to 14, right? No, 7 to 13. If I crit though, oh, there's no crits. There's no crits in this roll. Look at the crit chance, by the way. Yeah, 28. Buckshot and bullet, supposedly the bad abilities of these characters. Yeah, bad. Oh, they're so terrible. They really are. Now, if my opponent wants to have any chance of victory, they need to take the 40 here, which they do. Not with a crit though. If that had been with a crit, maybe there would still be a chance for them, because Antiquarian is kind of an annoying character to deal with. But since there's no crit, I'm not sure if I see it anymore. I'm definitely gonna go for the buckshot train here. Oh, getting a kill is definitely gonna be a bit more difficult though. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a lot more difficult, I will say. Will I still be able to do it is the question. Should I go for the blackjack here to do damage, or should I go for the bull? Considering I'll be at this store and paranoid, I think blackjack is more likely to do 4 damage here, so let's just go ahead and do it. I get a crit on it. Is that another stun? Oh, that's sad. There's no stun. No double stun. My opponent generally has a chance here. They just have to survive for a little bit with the abomination, drop like 2 more festering vapors. All my characters are at this store, and my life is actually really freaking rough. Basically, my lifeline will be the caltrops taking that antiquarian down, as long as I can just try to heal both my arbalists and my musketeer to just keep them alive for as long as possible. Please don't be greedy and go for a stun on my musketeer. I know you want to, but that's not the play. You need to keep this. You need to keep him alive. Yes, you do. Okay. Oh, 17 heal. God damn, that treated bandage is annoying. Should I go for the mark for the blackjack here? It's generally an idea rather than trying to heal, because if I heal endlessly, I still lose, right? I mean, I could wait for the caltrops, but I don't want to wait that long. I'm gonna try to go for the stun. It was a 78 to land. Definitely not guaranteed. Oh no, I don't have the mark on my musketeer. This is when J-Man actually has a better setup than I do. J-Man brings called a shot on his musketeer instead of ranging shot, and I definitely love it here. I'd go call the shot, fail the debuff, and then miss with my arbalist. Because it only has 100% debuff chance, and all the dodge characters have good amounts of debuff resistance. Yeah, I generally don't like that ability, as you might have guessed. I think I'm just gonna have to heal here. I'm just gonna have to hope that I heal for enough, and just hope that the caltrops just stacks up a little bit more, and maybe my life will be okay. I get to go last here, 13 to 22. 14. Not really enough, I will say. But the corpse is gone. The corpse is gone, and now there's no more healing for this antiquarian, so she will be down in 4 rounds. And after that I can start going for kills without my finishing characters. I don't have a finishing character anymore. I could go for a stun here on the abomination. I think that's generally a very good play, because it will also do the caltrops damage. It will prevent him from hitting my musketeer. 75. Maybe I should have just gone buckshot. Yeah, transform rage here is kind of annoying now, but there might also be a manacle. Oh, there's no kill. There is a stun though. There is a stun. Okay. Well, I go selfish, which is definitely one of the worst. So I'm just gonna click and I'm gonna go for my arbalist turn. This is a rough one. This is a really close one, actually. And then it's in a match I wouldn't expect to be that close. It just turned out to be a hell of a lot closer than I thought it would be. I could go for the shot here, or I could try going for the heal. Once again, caltrops is taking, so I'm gonna go for the heal. You can see why I love caltrops so much, right? I mean, just look at the value I'm getting out of it. Every single action that my opponent takes is a little bit of tax on them, a little bit of tax on their HP, taxing their earnings by just 2 slight bleed. I love it. I genuinely don't know why you did that. I mean, sure, I'm gonna go afflicted, but that is absolutely not the play you wanted to go for right there. I think that what you should go for is go festering vapors, right? Both my backliners keep dropping to 0 HP. I'm forced to heal instead of... That's annoying. I'm forced to heal instead of going for the offensive moves, but instead they just drop a flash powder on my master, which is very likely to fail the debuff. It does get me afflicted, but even the hit chance sucked. Even the hit chance was like probably like a 70, so I really don't know why they went for that over festering vapors, but you know, it was my opponent's choice. They have 4 afflictions now, they have 1 transform. If this was a Regis Cloak Abomination, the match would probably be over now by now, because they probably would have dealt enough stress from the extra horror. It would have been an extra like 16 horror on top from the 2 transformations, like minimum. on each character. And I mean minimum because I'm dropping to this store over and over and over again, so I'm just taking a lot of stress right now. But since there was no festering vapors, look at what I can do. I can go for the potential double buckshot, double bullet kill, but sadly the Antiquarian dodges. But she's bleeding down to 0, so she's definitely not gonna dodge forever. Thank you, Arbalist. That's definitely what I wanted. I'm still gonna go aggressive here, though. I'm still gonna go aggressive. If my Houndmaster goes down, so be it. It is a necessary sacrifice, because both my opponent's characters are at this, so I need to push the tempo right now. I need to go for the double kill. If he dies, he dies. That's that's it. She actually missed all my live characters. You gotta be shitting me. 80 accuracy into 10 dodge, 15 dodge, 52 dodge. Missed a 70, a 65. Oh god, I am sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's the biggest sorry, not sorry I've ever seen. I could go for the Hound's area here, but the Houndmaster just acts independently again. Goes for the stun, which is a good play, but wrong character. It's fine though, it's fine. After this, it's gonna be pull into buckshot. I find it difficult for me to lose this. I need the afflictions to lose. Yeah, the only way I do lose this right now is probably with the afflictions, I'd imagine. But goes de-transform. Oh, what are they gonna do? It's gonna be a self-heal? That's not a terrible play. They could just hunker down and hope for the afflictions to win the match for them. That's definitely what I would do in this situation. Because they need Selfish to pass and Paranoid to just kill the Houndmaster here. That's what they need. I'm gonna go for the Selfish. Come on, buckshot. And a miss. Okay. Okay, a little bit of damage though. I'll take it. I'll take every little bit of damage I can get. Paranoid. A little bit of stress could make a difference, but once again, we're in a similar situation as in the match 1, which the Abomination's still alive, and he might be healthier than my characters, but there's a big problem, which is called the Abomination doesn't have stress moves if he's the last character standing. That's a problem that's kind of just exclusive to him in the stress teams, I feel. Unless you want to consider Men-at-Arms bellowing into a Flagell to call to the solution, then, you know, I guess he also doesn't have stress moves. But the Abomination is in a weird spot because in position 1, when the transformations are gone, all you can use is Manacles, and Manacles doesn't do stress. It only does stress if you crit, but I mean, are you gonna count on critting every single action to do stress? Of course not. That would be unreasonable. And now I can go for a buckshot into a bull, and even though it was quite close, it's just not going to be enough. If my opponent's team, if their Crusader had survived for a bit longer and had dropped like 1 or 2 Zealots instead of those weird ass stunning blows earlier on, I would have lost this. Like, just imagine 1 Zealous here and 1 Zealous here, like boom, over. Literally just GG on the spot. Can my opponent still win this? Yeah, it's very unlikely. Not with the amount of HP I have right now, unless Selfish passes like 5 times in a row. And Paranoid is the exact same thing. That's what my opponent needs. Am I masochistic? No, I'm paranoid here. Well, how many death blows have you survived? 4! They've survived 4 death blows. Come on, give him the achievement. Not today, I guess. And the Howlers takes all the W's. And that is gonna be it for today. So I hope y'all enjoyed this howling episode with the good doggy. And I'll see you again another time. Cheers.